I saw the man yesterday. Jay Randolph was at the studios at the Big 550 KTRS. He was awful tight-lipped on his picks for the Breeders' Cup. Hopefully he'll be able to pass them along to the listeners before tomorrow, because tomorrow is the Breeders' Cup, and what a great place to enjoy it. Brian Zander, president of Fairmount Park. Good morning, Brian. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Good morning, McGraw.
What's going on with the Breeders' Cup tomorrow?
Well, we actually have a couple of years ago, they changed the Breeders' Cup into a two-day event. So there are actually 4 Breeders' Cup today, and then 9 tomorrow being the big day and culminating in the Classic. But there are 4 today, and at the Del Thoroughbred Club, and 4 races today are interesting, and tomorrow, of course, is the big day as well.
All right, so today people can sort of run over, place a bet, and then get back to work, right?
That's right. So today, the doors and the gates will open and the mutual windows will open at 11 o'clock. The first race from Del Mar is 1:25. Of course, you have to remember they're 2 hours behind us, so that's really 11:25 their time.
Sure.
And then the first Breeders' Cup race, which is the juvenile filly turf race, that goes off at 4:25. Then tomorrow, on Saturday, the first race is at around noon. The first Breeders' Cup is around 2 o'clock. And then the Classic, purse of $6 million, will go off around 7:30 St. Louis time. And you can see that locally on Channel 5.
Beautiful. Do you still have time or any space for somebody who wants to take a couple of people over and get a table or a nice booth or something?
Yeah, there's the best thing to do to figure out who to contact is to go to FairmountPark.com. I know there's a few tables open for today for sure. Tomorrow it might be a little tight.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do, and all the numbers for the different dining areas. You can just give them a call today or email them, and we'll get right back to you.
What race are you looking at these today or tomorrow? What's the big one for you?
Well, of course, they don't give away any of these races. These are really, for me, and I think for a horse pro, the best 2 days there is. I mean, everybody, of course, talks about the Kentucky Derby,
right,
and being the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, and they're right about that. But here we have 13 races over 2 days. The minimum purse of any of the 13 races is $1 million. It's really just for a horse racing fan to see that many great races. It's unbelievable. The horse that I have to root on will be tomorrow in the male turf sprint, and that is just because I consider him a local horse. His name is Hoagie, and he is 8 years old. He was formerly owned by a St. Louis and up until maybe a couple of months ago. And he's just a tough-knocking old horse. He's 8 years old. The favorite in the race will probably be a 3-year-old filly. But there's a horse I think that you can probably get 15 or 20 to 1 on.
8-year-old horse going up against a 3-year-old.
That is correct. That's in what they call the turf sprint. And so, as I said, that's going to be the most interesting one for me. The Classic, of course, because it is a $6 million race. And the traditional thinking is it's a 2-horse race between Arrogant and Gunrunner. That could end up to be true. It's hard, but there's a few other horses. Bob Baffert's got a second horse in there named Collective. I think that he's got a chance of sneaking through. So it's as I said, it's a fascinating day of racing, especially the turf races where you have all the European horses coming in.
Turf racing is fun to watch.
Exactly, and a lot of these have not raced in North America yet. So it's just a fascinating day of horse handicap.
All right, what's the website to find out more, Brian?
FairmountPark.com. That'll tell you everything.
FairmountPark.com. And I think Jay Randolph should have the J sheet out there. He should sell that for $3 or something, right?
That's only for one reason. That is so you know who not to bet on.
The J sheet, so you know who not to bet on.
That's it. You heard it here first.
There you go, Brian. Remember, always have money for a pretzel as you leave the track. Don't forget that. That is always great advice. Thank you, Brian. Have a good day.